Good morning everyone. Welcome back to the session on Target IBPS Prelims 2018. In this video session, I'll be taking up a new topic that is on partnership. Now, partnership is an extension of ratio concept. But you often see these questions in exams, and last 5-6 years papers you'll see that almost every time there's one question from partnership. Right? So partnership basically means a situation where more than one person invest in a particular business in a particular way, and at the end of a particular term we have to distribute the share that the business has derived among the partners that are there in the business. So this is what we basically mean by partnership, and it's a common term. We talk about it in our day-to-day life. I would like to speak about business partners and other types, So partnership is a common concept in our day-to-day life, and we are talking about a mathematical model of finding out how should the partners share the profit, because if the partners don't decide that at the beginning itself as to how the profit must be given or shared among them, then it will become a hectic problem for the business itself. Clear? So in a very simple way, mathematical questions based on partnership come in exams frequently, and basically it's an application of ratio, but we'll understand some of the crucial concepts of partnership, like what are different types of partnership and what are the things that we need to keep in mind while calculating the ratio of distributing profit among the partners. Okay? And we also discuss this and develop the concept through problem discussion. So starting with the partnership basics. So there should be at least two persons for us to call it a partnership, and there are two types of partnership. So first we'll look at the concept of simple partnership. A simple partnership is one where all the partners invest the money for the same period of time. Money is invested for the same period of time, and the amount invested also remain constant. So the amount that each partner invests remains constant, and all the partners invest for the same period of time. Then we say that it is a case of simple partnership. Let us say there are two persons, A and B, and let us talk about their capital investment. So we use this word capital investment, that means what they have invested, the money that they have invested in the business. So the capital investment of A is, let us say, X rupees, and B has invested Y rupees, or rupees X has been invested by X and rupees Y by B. This is the capital investment. Now they should not take out any money from this capital investment. The capital invested by each partner need not be same, but the capital that they have invested remains locked for the period. It remains constant in the case of simple partnership. Let us say the time period for which they are investing the money also remains constant. So if A is investing for T years, then B will also invest for T years. Both of them are investing for the same period of time. So what will happen? The profit that the business derives, the partnership derives, will be distributed among the partners, or in this case between the partners, in the ratio of their investment. The profit will be equal to, the ratio of profit will be equal to X is to Y. We need not worry about the time period, because time is constant and no other change has happened. The amount has also remained constant. The profit will be distributed between or among the partners in the ratio of their initial investment. This is what is called as simple partnership. Next is what we say is a compound partnership. So a compound partnership is one where we have partners investing for different period of times, as well as the deposit keeps changing. Okay? That kind of situation is called as compound partnership. Let us say that the same two persons are there, A and B, and A is investing. So what is the investment? What is the capital investment of A? Investment of A, let us say rupees X, and B is investing rupees Y. The time period for which they are investing is not same. Also the investment can also change. So I am just taking here one scenario where time is not same, and then we will see through the questions to understand more about this concept. Okay? So the time period, A is investing for T1 years or months, and B is investing for T2 years or months. then in this scenario it is not a simple partnership. So, we will say that profit will be distributed between or among the partners in the ratio which is obtained by multiplying investment and time x into T1, x into T1 is to y into T2. We multiply the investment with the time for which the money has been invested. That is how we find out the ratio in which the profit should be shared among the partners. Clear? That is the second concept about partnership, that is compound partnership. What else we need to understand? Some of the concepts like a managing or a working partner, managing, or we can say working partner, versus the concept of a sleeping partner. So, very simple, a working partner is one who is involved in the day-to-day functioning of the business. So, suppose A and B both start a restaurant, and B actually sits in the restaurant and manages the restaurant, whereas A has only invested the money and A is working somewhere else. Clear? So, A is not the working partner, B is the working partner or managing partner who is involved in the day-to-day functioning of the business, whereas A, who has only invested money in the business, is a sleeping partner. For example, when you purchase shares of a company in the stock exchange, by investing money in the business or in the company, you become a partner of the company, you purchase a share of the company, you are a sleeping partner. So, shareholders, stockholders are sleeping partners in a particular company. Okay? A partner who is also working is called working partner. So, sometimes a working partner can get a fixed salary, that is called as the working partner's salary, or he can get an extra share of the profit. Let us say 10% extra share of the profit can go to the working partner. So, when we have extra share of the profit for the working partner, let us say we decide that from the total profit 10% should go to the working partner. Clear? So, what should be done is that 10% of the total profit, let us say 100 rupees the business is earned. So, 10% of 100, that is 10 rupees, first we give it to the working partner, and then what is left 90 rupees we distribute among all the partners including the working partner in the ratio of their investment. Clear? And that ratio can be calculated based on either simple partnership or compound partnership. The key concept here is to understand that whatever is the working partner's salary or the extra percentage of income, that profit that should go, should be first given to the working partner, then the balance should be again distributed among the partners based on their investment. This is your third concept, that is the partnership basics. Let us straight away go and start looking at the questions on partnership and understand how these questions have to be solved. Looking at the first question, if you see Apeksha, compound partnership, if you see here, compound partnership means that the partners are investing money, but the time period for which they are investing is not same. So, as you can see, investment is rupees X for A. What is A investing? Rupees X. What is B investing? Rupees Y. But they are not investing for the same time. A is investing for T1 years, let us say 3 years, and B is investing for T2 years, that is let us say 5 years. So, if the partners are not investing for the same period of time, we have to multiply the investment with the time to get this value, X into T1 ratio Y into T2. So, when the time period is not same, or let us say for example, if I deposit let us say A and B start a business with 10 and 15,000 rupees, they say that we will invest for 1 year. But after 4 months, A, who deposited 10,000, takes out 4,000 from the business. The moment some amount has been taken out, it does not remain a simple partnership, it becomes a compound partnership, and in compound partnership ratio has to be calculated by multiplying investment into time, and it will become more clear to you when you observe the questions that we will discuss here. Okay? So, let us look at the first question here. A, B and C invest rupees 20,000, 12,000 and 15,000 respectively in starting a business. What should be their respective share if the business makes a profit of rupees 12,000 at the end of the year. Now, since nothing has been mentioned, it's just given how much they are investing. No change is happening, time is also same. That means what is it? It's a case of simple partnership. And in the case of simple partnership, what have we seen? That the profit must be distributed among the partners only in the ratio of investment. So, the profit should be distributed among A, B and C based on the investment 20,000, 12,000 and 15,000. You see, you can divide this entire thing by 1000, you can simplify this ratio. If you divide by 1000, what will you get? You will cancel the zeros and you will get 20 is to 12 is to 15. Okay. Now, this is the ratio in which the partners must get the amount of money from the total profit made by the business. Now, what we should say, let us say A gets 20x rupees, B gets 12x and C gets 15x. So, total should be equal to 32 plus 10 40 47x, and the total profit made by the business is 12,000. So, approximately we can calculate what is x equal to 12,000 by 47. So, what is A supposed to get? Let us say if you divide 12,000 by 47, right, let's just make it 48 for the sake of approximation, and let's calculate here 12 into 1000 is 12,000 and 12 into 4 is 48 and 1000 by 4 is 250. So, approximately we are getting 250 as our value of x. We multiply 20 into 250 to get integer answers. This will be the share of A, 12 into 250 will be the share of B and 15 into 250 will be the share of C. Accordingly, we can find out how much is this. So, 2 into 25 is 50, that is 5,000, this is equal to 3,000 and this is equal to 3750, that is approximately 11,750, but that is because we have taken 47 to 48. That is why we are getting a small difference here, but approximately A will get 5,000, B will get 3,000 and C will get 3,750. So, what is the ratio? That once we find out what is the total profit made, 12,000, multiply x to the ratio, add the total in terms of x 47x, it should be equal to the total profit 12,000, find out the value of x. Normally we give you values which give you exact division. In this case I have just taken 12,000 rupees and we have worked out the values. What should A get? 5,000, B 3,000 and C gets 3,750. This is an example of simple partnership. Okay. So, I hope this is clear to you. This simple partnership, because time is same, no other concept has been mentioned, so no need to worry about this. Let us look at the second question. A, B and C invest rupees 24,000, 18,000 and 15,000 respectively in starting a business. That was their initial investment, 24,000 for A, 18,000 for B and 15,000 for C. After 4 months, A withdrew 4,000, B withdrew 6,000 and C withdrew 50,000. In fact, it is 5,000, so let us make it correction. C withdrew 5,000 rupees. Okay. So, here if the moment we withdraw something, that means our investment is changing. After how many months? After 4 months. That means it is no longer now a question of simple partnership, it has become a question on compound partnership. And how do we find out the ratio in which profit should be distributed among the partners? By multiplying investment and time. So, just observe how we do it here, and this will be the template for all questions like this. So, we start with A. He invested 24,000 rupees and this remained his investment for 4 months. With after 4 months his investment is changing. So, we will first multiply 24,000 into 4. Now, for the remaining 8 months he has taken out 4,000 rupees. So, what is left with him? 20,000. So, we multiply 20,000 into 8. This gives you the part for A. Now, let us do for B also same thing. B's initial investment was 15,000. This remained his investment for 4 months. After 4 months, he withdrew 6,000 rupees, correct? So it's not 15,000, sorry, just make the correction 18,000, okay? B's initial investment was not 15,000, B invested 18,000. So 18,000 into 4 plus, now he took out 6,000 rupees, so 12,000 into 8. All right. Now for C invested 15,000 in the beginning, and this remained his investment for 4 months, after which he took out 5,000 rupees, not 50, just to make it 5,000 rupees. So what was left with him? 10,000, and this was for 8 months, so that's again into 8. Now this entire thing, if we divide by 1000, because 1000 is there common everywhere, it will cancel the zeros, so cancel the zeros everywhere, okay, does not, we don't need them. So what we get now is 4 into 24, 96, plus 2 into 8, that is 16, this is for A, and B becomes 18 into 4, 72, plus 12 into 8, 96, that's for B, and for C it becomes equal to 15 into 4, this is 160, 20 into 8, 160, 15 into 4, 60, plus 10 into 8, 80. So let's add this total thing. How much are we getting here? 256. 16, 6 and 16 plus 9 is equal to 25, so 256, and here we get 8 and 168, and this is 140. So 256, 168 and 140 all are divisible by 4. Divide by 4, keep simplifying. So 4 into 6, 24, 4 into 4, that's here, again we get here 4 into 4 and 2, and 4 into 35 is equal to 140. So our final ratio is 64, 42 and 35. What should be the respective share if the business makes a profit of 9870? So what you should do is take X everywhere and find out what is the total in terms of X. So 4 plus 2, 6, 6 plus 5, 11, 1 in hand, 7 plus 4, 11 plus 3, 14, 141x. This 141x is equal to 9870. So what will be x equal to? 9870 by 141. 141 into 7, so that's 987, 70. So what is our x value? X value is 70. So multiply 70 here, this will give you the value for A. Multiply 70 here, this will give you the value for B, and multiply 70 here, this will give you the value for C, and that is how you find out what should be the respective share. Just observe the way we are calculating here. This will be the template for all questions on compound partnership, okay. So I hope this is clear to you now, how to multiply time and investment in these scenarios where something is being taken out after 4 months or 6 months or 8 months, how to simplify the entire value, get the final ratio, and then calculate based on that. Let us see one more question. Here we will just work on the ratio part for you to understand how to calculate in such a question. So A, B and C invest rupees 24,000, 20,000 and 15,000 respectively in starting a business. 24,000, 20,000 and 15,000. After 4 months, A withdrew 4,000, B withdrew rupees 8,000, but when? At the end of 6 months. So A is taking out 4,000 at the end of 4 months, B is taking out 8,000 at the end of 6 months, and C invested an additional 10,000 at the end of 8 months. What should be the respective share if the business makes a profit of 33,400 at the end of the year? So let us start by finding out the ratio, because the main thing in these questions is to find out the ratio. Initial investment of A is how much? 24,000. For how many months it remains same? 4 months. So 24,000 into 4 plus, he took out 4,000 after 4 months, so 20,000 into 8. So this is your A value, Now for B, B's initial investment was 20,000. It remained same for 6 months because at the end of 6 months he is taking out 8,000 rupees. So 20,000 into 6 plus, now when he took out 8,000 rupees, what was left? 12,000 for how many months? The remaining 6 months. So 12,000 into 6. For C, initial investment was 15,000. It remained same for 8 months. Then he added 10,000 at the end of 8 months. So 15 plus 10, 25,000 into the remaining months 4. The whole thing, when divide by 1000, cancel the zeros, and once you cancel the zeros, multiply whatever value is left, 96 plus 160. Here we get 120 plus 72, and here we get 120 plus 100. So the final ratio that we are going to get here is 256 is to 120 plus 72, 192, and we are getting here 120 plus 100, that is 220. All are divisible by 4, so divide by 4. 4 into 64, 4 into 4 16, and then we get 48, 4 into 48, 4 into 5 20, and 4 into 5 20, so 55. So what is the final ratio? 64, 48 and 55. With this ratio 64, 48 and 55 you can solve and get the answer. The total profit is given to you as 33,400. The main question here is to find out the ratio in which the profit should be distributed in such a scenario. So 3 questions we have seen, 1 from simple partnership and 2 from compound partnership. Observe the way we have simplified the ratio and obtained the final ratio in these questions. Now let us take the question from the previous session contest. In a class of 52 students, what is the probability that at least 5 students have their birthday in the same month? Now again it becomes a confusing students for many questions for many students, but the way we simplify this, we think of how many months are there in a year? 12 months. Think of these 12 months as 12 boxes, 1, 2, let's say call them January, February, March, April, May, each month is a box, June, July, August, September, October, November and December. Do not have to do it like this is just for your understanding part. Okay. So there are 12 boxes, and think of this 52 students as 52 balls. Now we are finding out the probability that at least 5 students have their birthday in the same month, that means at least 5 balls are there in the same box, and that box could be any one. We are trying to minimize the number of cases when 5 balls are there in a particular box, or number of cases where students have their birthday in the same month. So if you want to minimize this, what we should do is try to make sure that least number of students have birthday in the same month. Let us start from the first 12 students. So we will put one box. Okay, let us say 12 students are there. Now each box now contains 1 ball, and then all the students have their birthday in different months. But this way we have used only 12 balls, but we have total 52. So again let us repeat the same thing again. This we are doing so that students do not have birthday in the same month. No, this is the worst possible scenario where everyone is there, 12 persons all having birthday in different months. Let us repeat the same thing again. So one more. So now each box has how many balls? 2 balls. So this will make the total number as 24, but we still have more students because total number of students is 52. So we will put 1 more ball. This way every box will now contain 3 balls. This is the worst case scenario, you should understand that. In the best case scenario I can put all 52 students in the same month. Okay. So now we have 36, but still we have plenty of balls left, 16 balls left to be precise. So what we'll do, let's repeat this once again. So let's put one more. Now each box contains 4 balls. So each month contains 4 students. Total we have 48 and we have 4 balls still left. Where will you put these 4 balls? In whichever month you put them, those months will have now 5 students. Whatever you do, whichever case you choose, it does not matter. There will be 5 months in which they are 4 months. Sorry, this is extra here. Okay, because only 4 balls left, right? Okay, so 4 balls, wherever you put them, those months will now have 5 students. That means that in any case there will at least be 5 students who have birthday in the same month. This is a sure event. That is why the probability is 1. What is the probability? Probability is equal to 100%. 100% there will be 5 students at least who have their birthday in the same month, no matter what you try. Okay, this is an advanced level understanding of probability, but we have not solved using any formula, just by observation and aptitude. Clear? Now let's look at the contest question for the day today. In the ratio of if the ratio of investment of A and B, 2 partners, ratio is investment is 5 to 12, and the ratio of investment of B and C is 5 is to 8. Then in what ratio should profit be distributed among the partners A, B and C at the end of the year? You can try solving this question and post the answer in the comment section. I will be discussing the answer for this contest question in today's session itself. Okay, so you'll get to know how to solve this particular question. You try it yourself, you can note it down, solve the question, and you'll see how to get the answer. Now to continue with the concept of partnership, let's take few more questions and understand here. Let's take the 4th question, very different one. A and B started a business with a capital investment of 36,000 and 40,000 respectively. C joined in after some number of months with a capital investment of 60,000. If at the end of the year profit is distributed among them in the ratio 18, 20 and 15, after how many months did C join the business? This is a very different question compared to the previous one. After how many months did C join the business? So let's take these 3 persons, A, B, C. Since C is joining at the end of some number of months, we don't know how many months, after some number of months, that means it is a case of compound partnership. We can't simply take the initial investment to calculate. That means A's investment will calculate it 36,000 for the entire 12 months, because his investment remains same. Now B's investment we can calculate 40,000 into 12 months, and C's investment is 60,000, but it's only for some number of months that we don't know, and this ratio is given to us as 18 is to 20 is to 15. Okay, so what we can say is that the ratio of B by C, which is equal to 12 into 40,000 upon x into 60,000 is equal to 20 by 15. You cancel the zeros here, all the 0 will get cancelled, right? So what we get here is 46 will cancel 12 2 times. So 8 by x, see 8 by x is equal to 20 by 15. Cross multiply, x is equal to how much here? See, or we can say 20x is equal to 120, so x is equal to 6. So after how many months did C join? After 6 months. You can see this how we solve questions based on finding out the number of months after which a particular person joins the business. Okay, very simple. Let that number of months be x, use the ratio, and I am not worrying about A here at all, I am just taking B and C. I can take A and C also and solve the question, the answer will not change, the answer will remain same. Alright, so this is how you solve this question on finding the number of months. Next, see another very important question from partnership. A and B start a business by investing in the ratio 4:5. So what is the investment ratio? 4:5. Nothing is mentioned. This is the case of simple partnership. B being the working partner. So who is the working partner? B is the working partner. Is assured of fixed annual remuneration, annual salary. What is B's salary? 12,000 rupees. At the end of the year, A gets his share of 16,000. What is the total profit made by the business? So what is B's salary? Now B's salary is given to him before the money is distributed between the partners that we had discussed earlier itself. In the case of managing partners, extra salary whatever is there, first you give it to the managing partner and then divide the remaining again among the partners. Okay. Now what we know is that A and B have invested in the ratio 4:5. That means if A gets 4x rupees, B should get 5x rupees, because A is getting 4x rupees just based on his investment. So B should get 5x rupees based on his investment, plus B should get 12,000 for working. Out of this, what is given to us is A's share. A's share is given to us, that is 16,000. That is 4x is equal to 16,000, or x is equal to 4,000. If x is equal to 4,000, that means B's share of profit should be 5 into 4,000, that is 20,000. So what is the total profit then? Total profit in the business, understand, first money was given to B, that is 12,000 was given to B, then the remaining profit was given to A 16,000 and B 20,000 based on their investment. 16,000 plus 20,000. So 20 plus 12, 32 plus 16, 48,000. What is the total profit of the business? The total profit of the business is 48,000. This clears again a new type of question based on working partner salary. So every type of question that can come from partnership I have covered in this class. Clear? Whether it's a case of simple partnership, finding the ratio, or we are taking compound partnership where some amount is being taken out after a number of months, or compound partnership in which some people are taking out money, some people are depositing money, or questions where a partner is joining in after some number of months. Thus the question based on working partner. Any question of partnership in any examination will fall under one of these 5 categories only. You can see that for sure. Okay. So now I will be discussing the answer question for the contest question for the day today itself. Okay. Because for this round of target IBPS prelims today is the last session. So we will be discussing the contest question of the day in this class itself. The ratio of investment of A and B is 5:12, whereas the ratio of investment of B and C is 5:18. Now this is a scaling question. No need to worry about what we have to do. Simply we use the shortcut technique that is discussed earlier. 5 into 5, 5 into 12, 12 into 18. So what is A? 25. What is B? 60. 120 plus 96, 216. So this is the ratio in which money will be given, distributed among A, B and C. 25:60:216. Clear? So that is the, sorry, this is not 18, this is 8. Just let me make the correction. Okay, so let's take, okay. So 5:12 is the ratio of A and B, and 5:8 ratio of B and C. So 5 into 5 25, 5 into 12 60, and 12 into 8 96. So ratio remains 25:60:96. Clear? Roughly you can say 1:2:4. Okay. This is the ratio in which money has to be distributed among the 3 partners A, B and C at the end of a year. This is a partnership question, but actually it's just a simple ratio question on scaling of ratios. Understand, partnership is a subset of scaling of ratios, the topic of ratios itself. In most books you will find questions on partnership under the ratio topic itself. In some books you will find it separately under the partnership topic. Clear? It is a frequently asked question type. That means it's an important question for examination, and every type of question that can come I have discussed in this class itself. You take any question from any paper, you will find that it will be one of these 5 questions only that I have discussed in today's session. So now is the time for the class practice pack, in which you have 10 questions from partnership covering all varieties. Those who have passport access can start solving the questions once you hear the sound. So, and the question that you get wrong, we'll discuss it later. Best of luck to you and thank you.